What's it like to get flowers from Beyonce?
It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I had a fangirl moment. I was just not expecting it. We've never met.
Really? You've never met?
No, I would love to. I'd love to meet her. We're like best friends in my mind.
Hey friends, it's your girl, Emily Curl, and right now we're here at our iHeartRadio studio headquarters in New York City, hanging out with Grammy award-winning artist Tori Kelly is in the building with us. Can we give it up for Tori? We have like your full fan base in here.
Yeah.
We're all here. This has been a wild 24 hours for you. You performed a show last night in New York. You were on GMA this morning. What has life been like for you the last 24 hours? Walk me through it.
It's been amazing. I mean, we started the tour in Toronto a few days ago. So it was like Toronto, and well, it was in New York first, and then I went to Toronto, and then came back to New York for the New York show. And then, was up like Team No Sleep for Good Morning America, and then now I'm here. So I'm just like running on adrenaline though, because everything's so exciting right now that I'm just, I'm like on 100.
It's so exciting. And like you said, you're on the Take Control tour, which has got to be just amazing to be back on stage. What has it felt like for you getting up there, getting to connect with your fans, play your music again?
It is unreal. I mean, it's been, I think, 4.5 years since my last tour, which
4.5 years.
I know, I mean, every artist is different. Some artists might be like, oh, that's not that long. For me, that's like so long because my fans know I just love touring. So it's very long and I've just been waiting for a while. So we wanted to do like kind of a more small, intimate type of show for this, first sort of run. And just make it a special night with fans. So it's been really
special.
Cool.
And like I said, it's just so special to have you back and to have music here. And I also want to talk about, because earlier this year, you went through a very serious, very scary health emergency.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what happened and what you went through?
Yeah, it was really scary and really kind of not expected. I was rushed to the hospital after just like a night having dinner with my husband, and they ended up finding blood clots actually, and was not expecting. I had no idea that they were there. Didn't really know anything about it. Still, I'm like no expert, so I'm like very much trusting my doctors, and they took care of me. And I'm so grateful for them, and it seems manageable now. I'm like back and feeling great, so got the green light, to tour and do all that stuff. So I think I'm just looking at life differently. I'm grateful. I'm, trying to live more in the moment. There were so many people that were just so supportive, and I just felt all that love during that time and still do. So I'm just very grateful to be back.
I want you to know we've been thinking about you, and we are so happy that you're feeling better and you're recovering and you're on tour. Through that process, I feel like anytime anyone goes through something like that, I even had something recently with my family and my dad, and luckily everything's okay. But I think it really, like you said, it really just shifts your perspective. For you personally, how did you feel like it changed, the way that you look at life or the way that you go about like making music and being back?
Yeah, I mean, I think overall it just made me more grateful. I already was so like emotional thinking about my tour, and just because, like I said, it had been so long, and then now with this happening on top of it, like so close to everything with the music coming out, I think it just heightened everything. So now every night on stage, I'm just like, okay, don't cry. Just because it just makes me that much more excited to not only just be here and be healthy, but to get to do what I love to do and be with my fans at these shows. It's been cool.
You mentioned so many people that were thinking of you during that time, and we also saw on your Instagram that Beyonce sent you flowers. And I know everyone's asking you about this, but we have to.
Yes.
What's it like to get flowers from Beyonce?
It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I had a fangirl moment. I was just not expecting it. We've never met.
Really? You've never met?
No, I would love to. I'd love to meet her. We're like best friends in my mind. But we've never met or like interacted or anything. So the fact that she sent flowers was just so sweet, and in the middle of her tour also, it was just
so thoughtful.
It was pretty cool.
Are you going to the Renaissance tour? Have you been?
I haven't been. I would love to if I can. I might have to catch her on the next round.
I love it. Yeah. Well, it was crazy because all of that happened just a couple of days before you were set to release your EP, Tori.
Yeah.
And you ended up releasing it, and you wrote a really heartfelt letter to your fans. Was there ever a question of, do I hold on to this? Do I release it now? Like, what was going through your mind at that point?
There was thought behind it. I think I kind of went back and forth, but my gut was saying, like, I just really wanted to still release it. I was like, you know what? I've been waiting so long to put this music out. I don't want to hold this music back from my fans any longer. And, we can figure out the rest of the stuff later. Like, let's at least, let them have the music, live with it. I think it just lifted my spirits during that whole time also, because I got to, see the responses in real time and see everyone reacting to it. And loving it. So I'm glad we did it.
We love it. It's phenomenal. And you said this was like, I mean, it's called Tori. I feel like we got a whole new introduction to Tori.
Yeah.
And you said it was going back to your roots.
It is. Yeah. A lot of the sounds are just very much inspired by like what I grew up listening to. It's very like Y2K, early 2000s R&B pop inspired. So you'll hear a lot of those references in this. And I think also it just feels like I'm stepping more into myself in this season, in my personal life and in my career, my music. Yeah, just a lot of things coming together. I feel like I am stepping back into my roots in some ways. It also feels fresh and new. And even like, that's also why I like changed my hair.
I was going to say you physically are going back to your roots, right?
Literally back to my roots. Like this is, I'm a natural brunette. So
by the way, the brunette, I always knew you as a blonde.
I know.
Always, but the brunette is hitting. It is right.
Thank you. It felt right. It was time. It was time for a change. Like I said, it's a change that feels fresh and new, but it's also, my natural color. So yeah, I'm having fun. Everything just feels really good.
It's amazing. We were talking about this before, but you worked with Jon Bellion on this album, on this EP. I've been such a Jon fan forever.
Me too.
To get to see you both together, I was like, this is like the collab that we all needed. What was it like working with him?
He's incredible. I mean, I will say there's definitely more music coming. This was, I've been saying kind of a part one, I guess, of what's to come. But we just had so much fun in the studio. And I have been a fan of him also for a really long time. And so we met 10 years ago or something like that. Yeah. Like
okay, were you like the SoundCloud days? Because I remember before he was like it was like,
wow.
Yeah.
So you're like an OG.
Like OG.
Yes. He's so insanely talented. And then, over the last few years and even longer, he's been killing it just, with writing with different people and producing. And so when we got in the studio together, I think we just clicked and we had a lot of similar influences and just, outlook on just what we thought could be cool to put out together. So the partnership between us, I think, is something that's really special, and I'm sure we'll do more.
On Instagram, we've all seen the teasers and the trailers and everything, and he says, he's like, Tori has the best voice I've ever heard.
He's the best.
He's
my hype man.
He's a good hype man.
He is a really good hype man.
I'm surprised that's the first time that you guys have worked together.
Yeah, no, wait, it's crazy because when we met, I remember we have like a selfie together from all those years ago, and we literally said like, oh, we got to work together one day, and you never know like if that's really gonna happen, and so it's just cool. All these years later, we finally did.
So now you're on tour, like we said. You just played your first show in Toronto to kick it off.
Yes.
And I have to say, it was so cute. I love watching your husband post on his stories. He said he's your super fanboy.
I think he's my biggest fan. He loves the shows.
Yeah. Okay. What does he think of the new EP?
Oh, he loves it. I mean, it's cool because he got to kind of hear the whole process, from the demos and the different ideas, and then to now with the finished product. So he has a blast, and he just sings like every word and dances, and he's very tall, so you can't miss him in the crowd too. I feel bad. I'm like, don't block people. Like you're gonna
like stand in the back.
In the back. Yeah, like don't block anyone.
But then he still gets the good footage. Maybe it's his high angle.
I think it is. Yeah, it's his angle.
I've been loving seeing the fan reactions so far too, and we saw a little Twitter clip that you covered, SZA's Snooze, on tour.
I did, yeah.
Which was amazing. Are you a big SZA fan?
I am. Yeah, I love her new project. There's a section of the show that I just left kind of open. Like I have this whole, very thought out show, and everything was just, perfectly crafted. And I spent all this time on it. And then there's just one section. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to put a lot of thought into this because I want it just to be me and a guitar, and whatever I'm feeling that night, I'm just going to do it. I was just messing around with Snooze, and I was like, I'm just going to do this one night.
What song from your new project are you most excited to play live?
I mean, just based on these first couple shows, Shelter has been so fun. It's just, I mean, even when we were writing Shelter in the studio, I even remember thinking, I'm sure I said out loud too, like, this is going to be so great on stage. Like I was already thinking that way.
You just knew.
And it's just so set up for that interaction and the call and response. And yeah, so that one's been really fun.
I feel like that was immediately a fan favorite too.
Yeah, it was.
Tori, it's crazy because you've won Grammys. You've worked with some of the best artists in the biz. You've been an animated character, a voice of an animated character people love. I'm sure as an artist, it's so exciting to get to do these things, but I'm sure you never stop dreaming. What else is on the list? What are you dreaming about these days?
Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm living my dreams right now. It sounds so corny. I think what's been happening to me lately is not that I don't have big dreams, because I do, but I think I'm really trying to practice like living in the moment. And like we've been talking about, like gratitude. I think I've been able to do so much I couldn't even tell you. Like I'm just grateful. I truly feel like I am living my dreams. I think of like little kid Tori. She'd be She'd be proud.
Oh,
She'd be
what would
freaking
you
out.
say to her?
I would say to her, everything's going to be okay. You're going to go through a lot, but you'll be good on the other side.
One thing that we love to do at iHeart too is connect artists to the fans that are watching. So you're going to have a lot of fans that are excited to hear about the new music and the album. So I wanted to give you a moment. If there's anything that you wanted to say directly to the fans.
Oh, it just got so real. Like just looking at the camera, I'm picturing all of them. I want to say I absolutely love you guys so, so much. You already know that, but I can't say it enough. And you have no idea how much it means to me that you are just rocking with me in this new chapter of my music. And I love seeing all of your comments. I stalk y'all all the time. So yeah, and I wish I could hug all of you all around the world. I love you guys.
Big virtual hugs. Tori Kelly, we love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Can we give it up one more time for Tori in our studio? Thank you, Tori. Oh my gosh, wait, I forgot to ask you. The deluxe version is coming.
Yeah.
Can you tell me?
There's 3 live versions on this deluxe version. So, I mean, I've been talking about performing this whole entire time. So people know I love to perform. So we wanted to throw some like actual, live recordings on this deluxe version.
Listen to the deluxe version of Tori, okay? It's out now on iHeartRadio. We're so excited, Tori. Thanks for dropping that too. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.
Thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here, and don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. See you next time.